Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for monthly favorites. This is my December monthly favorites video where I talk about skincare, makeup, and books. So you guys really enjoy hearing about what kind of books I've been listening to at the end, so I always leave that for you guys if you're interested in books. And I'm just really excited to be wrapping up 2016. It's been an amazing year. It's been a crazy year, but also incredibly amazing, and I have you guys to thank for it. So I hope you guys have had a chance to enter all of the giveaways I've been doing. Make sure you check out Snapchat. Make sure you check out Instagram. I have been doing little scavenger hunt giveaways there. And at the end, I'm also going to talk about what I have planned for 2017. But before all that, let's get started in talking about what I've been loving for the month. Let's start with skincare. I always preach to focus on skincare, and makeup is just like the icing on top. Makeup is fun, but if you have to give or take, spend your money on good quality skincare right for your skin, and then you can cheap out a little bit on the makeup because it's easier to have makeup apply when your skin is in its best condition. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is if you recently watched my Gift of Beauty video with Shiseido, I was incredibly blessed to be able to partner up with Shiseido to talk about some of their products and to be able to gift amazing skincare specifically targeted for two important women in my life that really have very individual skincare needs. So it was a very special video for me, and it was a very special moment to be able to partner with a brand that I have used since high school because my mom introduced me to the brand. And I talk about it more there, but this video itself is not sponsored. They don't know I'm including products or talk about that video in this video. But I just want you guys to know that I'm able to do amazing things like that because of you, because of your support. And I thank you guys for that. The process of gifting products to Heather and V, I also was trying out these products as well. One of the products I discovered and really enjoyed from Shiseido is the Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. This can be used day or night as a pre-serum, pre-treatment product. So I recommend cleansing, toning, or softening, applying the Ultimune. What you're going to do with the Ultimune is really prep the skin in being able to absorb whatever serum you put on top. It really helps with the moisturizer as well. It makes the other products that you put on top very effective. I also feel like this is really great at helping stressed skin from environmental stresses, pollution, as well as internal stresses. So it's a very unique product, and if you guys know, December was a little bit rough for me. I got really sick, and it just would not go away, and I couldn't take a break. It wasn't one of those times when I could just like sleep and get better. So with all that I had going on, I really felt that this helped my skin maintain its somewhat health while my body was struggling. I've continued to use it day and night because I really love this product. So it's something that I would recommend for all skin types, all age ranges, if you are under a lot of stress and a lot of environmental stresses as well. So I really do enjoy this, and I was really blessed to be able to give this to Heather, who I feel like really needed it. Another Shiseido product that I'm talking about, and by the way, this video is not sponsored. So the next product is what I gifted V. It's from the Shiseido Ibuki line. The Ibuki line is one of the newest lines from Shiseido, really targeted for millennials, and I talk about it in my blog post a little bit more, because millennials, which is 24 to 35, is really always on the go. They're very career driven, late nights, not sleeping enough, just no time. V is a mother of a 2-year-old son, very active 2-year-old boy. So I wanted to give her stuff from the Ibuki line because everything is multifunctional, it's very easy to use, but very effective, and a lot of the skincare concerns of the mid to late 20s as well as into our early 30s. So what I've been using a lot is the Ibuki Beauty Sleep Mask myself. And the reason I love it is because you guys know I'm a huge fan of sheet masks and at-home treatments. Like, I'm testing things out all the time and I'm using them all the time. But when I've been sick, and also when I have just a crazy schedule. I'm barely getting to bed at 3 a.m. and I wake up at 8, if not earlier, every morning. I've been loving the sleep mask. What I do at night is after I cleanse, and I usually double cleanse, I soften, I apply the Ultimune and then a serum. I will then apply this all over my face. It has these little capsules in it that break up as you're applying it. It absorbs really quickly and it's not sticky. It doesn't leave a residue. I go to sleep and I wake up refreshed. So this is one of the rare sleep masks I actually do enjoy. I've tried a couple sleep masks. I'm not a huge fan of them. I find that a lot of them are sticky and goopy and leave like my skin feeling not ready to go to bed, and I can't sleep like that because I do smush my face into my pillow. I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep as comfortably as I can, so I'm not gonna be like this when I'm sleeping. I'm gonna sleep on my face. This is one of the rare sleep masks I really do enjoy because it does absorb rather quickly and doesn't leave me feeling greasy and sticky, but also is very effective. So I really enjoyed this one and I do recommend it for you guys. I recommend it for all skin types, but I do recommend it for those of us that are maybe under 40. I feel like when you're over 40, you might need a little more hydration, but that's just my personal preference and thought process. So if you have any questions about Shiseido, go to a Shiseido counter. They're very well educated and can help you out if you are curious. And of course, you guys can tweet them or ask them questions on Instagram. The next skincare product is from Bioderma. I am a huge fan of the original Bioderma, but I recently have been testing out the Hydrabio H2O, which is a moisturizing makeup remover micellar solution. Now, I use this in the mornings. I don't like to cleanse in the morning unless I have to, because in the winter time with the heat, my skin is very dry. So I would like to avoid cleansing again, especially if I just have been sleeping, but I do feel like I need to remove some of the serums, some of the sleep mask, or whatever wasn't absorbed overnight. Plus I drool, so, you know, I want to freshen up a bit. This has been really effective. I soak one cotton pad and then I just kind of wipe it all over my face. I do see a little bit of the residue get picked up by this, and then I will go in with my toner from Shiseido. This is the White Lucent Luminizing Infuser, and I do notice that this removes any of the gunk because when I use this one, the cotton pad is clean. It doesn't strip my skin. It removes what I want it to remove, but it leaves my skin really refreshed and hydrated at the same time. So a little actually surprisingly goes a long way. I've been using it for actually 2 months, but this is in my December favorites because I really noticed how helpful this was in December, and I've only used like this much of the bottle. Bioderma really surprisingly lasts you a lot longer than you think it's going to. Let's move into makeup. The foundation I've really been enjoying for the month of December was a recent rediscovery from a Makeup Bag Monday series, and this is the Kajal Aqua Foundation. I have the shade 123, and this is a really beautiful, lightweight, natural finish foundation that makes your skin look like your skin but better. It is a little bit hard to find your shade range. If you are a little bit darker than me, you might not find a shade that will match you, so that is a downside to this foundation. Other than that, it wears beautifully, it looks beautiful, it makes your skin look glowy and fresh and just radiant. It looks like you have natural, beautiful skin. So with my good skincare, I like to use a lightweight, water-based foundation if possible. I just find that it's what's making my face happy. The eyeshadow palette I have been loving is the Peach palette. Too Faced recently relaunched the Peach palette with a full collection. I have a full dedicated review video about the whole entire Sweet Peach collection with swatches, review, and a tutorial at the end of the video showing you how I wear this palette and the whole entire Sweet Peach collection. It's exactly what I was hoping for, and I really love it. Sticking with eye makeup, I've really been enjoying the Pure Eye Polishes from the Royal collection, but specifically I love the shade Your Majesty and Silk. Silk is a beautiful all over the lid shade, wash of color, and then it just makes your eyes look really glowy. You can add a little bit of crease shade if you wanted to, and then I love Your Majesty because it's my typical bronzy gold that I like to wear all over the lid. These polishes are amazing. I've talked about it a lot last year when I first discovered them, and I love how they improve the packaging because now it's not going to dry up and it's a lot easier to get to. So huge improvement for packaging. The formulation is just as I remembered and I absolutely love it. My favorite concealer this month is from Jouer. I don't know why, I've never tried this before, but this is their concealer. I wear the shade number 2 Bisque. I love how this applies. I always watch Christina from Jouer use this on her Snapchat, and I'm always like, your eyes always look beautiful underneath. So it's amazing how it works because it doesn't crease. It's not as creamy as some of the other concealers I've tried, but it's just the right amount of creaminess to warm up and work underneath. Really high coverage, but not creasing. I would still set it, but it doesn't crease as much as a lot of these other creamy concealers crease on me. So really like these. If you want to know more about Jouer, I recently was lucky enough to interview Christina from Jouer on my podcast. There's been a lot of confusion on what a podcast is. Basically, a podcast, mine is called Behind the Beauty. You can find it on iTunes. You can listen to it directly via the podcast website, which is always linked in the description box. I link the iTunes one because that's majority of listeners, but I also link the direct podcast link down in the description box, which will take you to the website Libsyn. You can find all the episodes and show notes there. The show notes is where I list the giveaways within the podcasts. A lot of the guests are very generous, and Jouer is doing a giveaway for their liquid lip creams and lip toppers. There will be 3 winners, so make sure you check out the show notes to enter the giveaways. Always Google Behind the Beauty Serein Wu, and it will pop up for you, and you can choose whichever platform you like to listen to it through. But I am working on uploading each episode on my YouTube channel when the podcast goes live. It's not going to be video always, but when I can do video, I will. But at least you'll be able to listen to the entire episode on YouTube as well. It's just going to be my face as the image. I don't know if any of that made sense. I do have a discount code. It's Serein15. It's always in the description box as well. You get 15% off any purchase made on jouercosmetics.com. It is an affiliate code, but it is also 15% off for you guys. The lip cream I've been loving is the Jouer lip cream in Cabernet. This has been my go-to holiday red. And again, you can use my discount code for 15% off. I love getting snaps and comments from you guys when you tell me that you finally purchased a Jouer lip cream and how much you love it. It really is one of the best long-lasting liquid lipstick formulas out there on the market. It's, I think, retail $18 or $16, and then I think it's $18. The lip toppers are $16 maybe. I can't remember now. And then you get 15% off if you use my discount code. But Cabernet is my favorite shade this winter. I am currently wearing the shade Clove all over my lips right now. This was part of their holiday limited edition shades, but I love Cabernet. So I highly recommend that. And then if you wanted something that was a little bit like more everyday, I recommend Winter Rose Noisette. So these liquid lipsticks have a lot of product in them. They look like a cute tiny little packaging, but it's deceptively a lot of product in here. So just look at the ounces compared to a lot of the other ones on the market. You're getting more product. Now let's talk about some books. So I listened to the entire series of the selection, or the first 3 books following America's story, America and Maxwell, whatever his name is. I am not quite sure I'd recommend the books, but they entertained me for the last month. The best thing I can say is that it's like a soap opera. It's a series of soap operas. So it was nice to kind of just listen to when I've been really stressed and haven't had the time to just sit there and pay attention to a book. So I really did enjoy it as a passing the time kind of a situation, but I do have to admit it wasn't very thought-provoking and it wasn't very emotionally engaging. So that's what I feel like, but I am going to listen to the next 2 books, which is The Heir and The Crown, which is about their daughter. So it's like The Bachelor / soap opera is my best explanation for that. And if you guys listen to it and you love it, please let me know why you love it. And if you listened to it and just thought it was like entertaining like I did, let me know. I always love to hear your thoughts and your book recommendations in the comment section. And I also listened to You're Never Weird on the Internet Almost by Felicia Day. It's Felicia Day's memoir. And the reason I wanted to listen to that was because I watched the entire series of The Guild, which was originally a web series based on gamers, and then I watched it on Netflix. I started watching it on YouTube and then I watched it on Netflix. And Felicia Day is an actress, producer, and like just this amazing creative woman, and I wanted to hear more about her, so I downloaded the Audible book of her memoir, and it's really entertaining. So if you haven't checked out The Guild yet, you don't even have to be a gamer. I'm not a gamer, but I really enjoyed the web series and I fell for these characters, and it just proves that if you have an imagination and you want to create something, you can create it and people will find it and love it and watch it. So it was just very inspiring, the backstory, so I wanted to also learn more about her, and I love the memoir. So I recommend watching The Guild, or at least watching Dr. Horrible, which is like my all-time favorite web series. It's not really a web series, it's like a three-parter. Love Dr. Horrible, and Felicia Day is in that as well. But watch one or the other, or both. I highly recommend both, and then buy her book and read it or listen to it. I like listening to books that actors or producers wrote themselves and then read themselves, because I always think it's interesting to hear the author read it. So that's why I'd recommend listening to this one specifically. The other ones you can read or listen to. Please let me know what you loved for the month of December. I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are. I always love reading your comments about book recommendations, product favorites. I just love hearing from you guys. I love connecting with you guys. And for 2017, I'm going to start doing a monthly newsletter via email. So if you're interested in receiving once a month emails from me, make sure you sign up through the newsletter link in there. Basically, every month I'm going to be doing exclusive content, kind of an open letter to my subscribers, plus a exclusive giveaway. I also want to feature my subscribers. I'm also going to be starting a content creator tips series on my blog, so you can opt in for that if you would like, and whenever a blog post for that goes up, you'll get notified. As well as I want to be able to highlight and hopefully help you guys become better content creators yourselves, or be motivated as a creator for your own self. Basically help you find your passions and creativity, and just put something out there that is creatively fulfilling for your life and your day-to-day. And I would love to be able to also feature content creators who are my newsletter subscribers through the newsletter. And yeah, so I hope it's going to be a really fun once a month kind of a thing for you guys. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to my blog via Blog Loving, or bookmark my blog so you are able to see all the new posts on there. I'm going to be doing beauty and fashion and swatches and content creator tips, of course, but I also want to do more. I want to share more of my life with you guys through the blog, and I have a lot of exciting plans for 2017, as well as for the podcast. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast already, make sure you're subscribed via iTunes or one of the podcast apps that are free. The podcast is free. The newsletter is free. Everything I produce for you guys is free for you to consume. I think a lot of people were worried that because you have to go through iTunes to download the podcast, if you're an iTunes user, that you'd be charged. It is free. You do have to have an iTunes account, but my podcast itself is free to download. And if you don't want to use iTunes, you can download any free podcast listening app and then just subscribe via that way. Or you can just go directly to my podcast, which is linked in the description box, and you can listen to episodes that way as well. I do hope to eventually be able to film the videos for you guys and put them on YouTube. Right now, my goal is to at least get them on YouTube audio-wise, but I feel like it's really engaging to watch an interview as well. So we do have to get a new camera for that, because this current camera shuts off after like 25 minutes, and the podcast episodes are about 45 to an hour and 15 minutes depending on the guest. So a lot of little logistical things we have to work out, and hopefully we can get a couple sponsors for the podcast to upgrade the equipment and to maybe get a studio to film in, because it's one thing to film here, it's another thing to have like a whole team in here working on the podcast. A lot of plans, a lot of things I hope to bring to you guys, a lot of giveaways in 2017 as well. That's just another way I feel like I can show my appreciation for all of your support the last year. I really, really appreciate each and every single one of you who have taken the time to subscribe, watch my videos, and click that thumbs up button. It really means so much to me, and thank you so much for sending me your snaps, for leaving your comments. I do read them. It's getting harder for me to respond to every single one of them, but I do read them, and I do watch your snaps, and I do read your tweets, and I do read your comments on my Instagram posts, and it means so much. It keeps me going. It truly, truly keeps me going on my bad days, on my good days, and I just love you guys so much. So thank you for being there and building this community with me. And I do hope to see you guys over on my newsletter. And I will continue to upload 5 videos a week every Sunday through Thursday in the new year. I don't know, it depends when you watch this video, but I will see you very soon. Bye. I'm trying to pour my heart out and someone's driving by with like boom, 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 boom music. So thirsty, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.